Skål gutta!
Skål! Skål!
Welcome to another edition of Tipsy Wednesday. Tipsy Wednesday, presented from the Penthouse Bar. This show is brought to you by me, Kurt, my co-host, Thomas, and my other co-host, Björn. This is a special edition because I'm the host. Welcome, everyone.
Did this catch you off, off guard?
Well, I'm not supposed to be alone because
You're not fucking alone!
You just introduced your co-hosts.
yeah,
with you.
but you're just laughing away for a minute there.
Well, you just took the liberty of introducing us yourself. Not even giving us a chance to say hello. So hello, guys.
Yeah, hello, you did it so fast I was supposed to say hey, and you just started introducing Björn.
Oh well.
me,
But
me,
here
and me.
we are.
Putting you on the spot.
How's your weekend been?
We're asking.
Well, whoever wants to
Anybody.
answer.
Weekend.
Yeah, for me it's been nothing exceptional. Playing games.
Thomas?
We have so much to talk about this this episode. Oh my god.
Well, Thomas, what about your week? Weekend? How has it been?
The weekend, it's a work weekend. I did my usual disc golf today. Threw a disc on the water again. So did one of the other guys who were with me. So when we tried to fish them up, we are standing on the edge of the shore with the long sticks trying to fish our discs back. And the third one was just standing back filming the whole thing. And he sent it on Snap and he said El Gondoleros or something. And when you watch the clip, it really looks like we're on the gondolas in Venice or wherever it is. With those sticks standing there.
Just missing the songs.
Yeah. If you have the clip and just not just on Snapchat, I will post it on social medias with music.
with Italian music.
Yeah.
I don't know
Of course.
why, but Italian music is... Why is it that in Venezuela? I just imagine... La 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 la.
I was just thinking Venezuela, Venice, two different places, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Venice, it's the town, I believe. It's not?
Yeah, I think it's a town, a city.
Yeah.
Place. Oh well.
Nevertheless, other than that, it was a shit show, the whole disc golf thing, because it had been raining for days. And due to it being autumn, fall, or whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of leaves on the ground. So it was slippery as fuck.
Slippery
Did you
ass
fall?
fuck.
One of my friends, even his shoe got destroyed. It loosened from the sole, or no, not the sole. What's the bottom of the shoe?
That's the soul.
Shoe sole.
Is
Yeah,
it?
okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought of soles when I said it out loud. But yeah.
Well, one of his shoes got destroyed. It dismantled.
Yeah, basically.
Mm.
So yeah, so it was not the best day to throw discs around. Although to
But,
be fair, he have said every single Sunday for the past months he needed to buy new shoes.
Well,
If he shows up with those shoes
why.
again next time.
He glued them together.
Yeah, I said I had some Tech 7, which we used to glue stuff.
Oh well. Well, Junior,
But-
how's your weekend been? Weekend?
My weekend has been mine alone.
What do you mean?
Mine alone. I have been doing nothing this weekend. Playing games. Playing Hades again. You guys don't know what it is?
No.
Game from Supergiant, Hades, fast action RPG with not Souls-like, but light or rogue-light elements. But it's very good, very aesthetic. You're playing as Hades' son trying to escape hell.
Okay.
Nice. How's
Is that
your
nice?
escape going?
Nice.
How's your escape going?
Not good. I managed to, because you're walking through the layers of hell, right? Backwards. I managed to get through the final gate where Cerberus was. And then I fought Hades, my father. But he killed me.
Ah. Well, just dust off and try again.
Yeah. And then, do you guys rewatch shows?
No. I know.
Said
I've
last
never
week,
done.
sometimes. Depends on the show.
Well, I don't either rewatch it unless it's a show which I just watched a season or two and then dropped it, and then like 4 seasons came along, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
start over.
Yeah,
So
just
with
sort of-
Attack on Titan, when the final season launched, I really
Yeah. Yeah, I did so as well. And now I'm doing it with another show. Small little show which you never heard of. It's called
Game of Thrones.
Stranger Things. No, Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things. Yeah,
Stranger
the
Things.
small obscure show that nobody ever heard of.
Yeah, it really needs the publicity from Tipsy Wednesday to
Yeah,
thrive in
hidden
this.
gem.
Yeah, it's super hidden.
Yeah.
But you decided to rewatch from season 1 when you.
Yeah, season 1, episode 1.
And you're doing
Okay,
this
okay.
because you haven't seen the last couple of seasons or something?
Yeah, because I dropped out in the middle of season 2 or something.
Yeah, where we left off when we watched
Yeah,
together.
yeah. So I'm just like, I can watch it all again.
Yeah.
Just 2 episodes in, but yeah, I can really feel it's quite good, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
Didn't
it
you
is,
guys?
It is.
Next season will be the last. The 5th.
Good.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
need
but
to overdo it. They're already planning a spin-off series.
Yeah, I don't feel as hyped to, because I watched through season 3 now. I think,
I don't know.
but I'm not very super compelled to watch the final season. I was like, I have other things to watch. I'm watching through House of the Dragon now, so
Oh, you should pick it up. That season is pretty good.
okay.
Yeah, it's the same. I heard it's getting better and better, right?
Yeah, season 2 was a bit downer, I think, but I thought it really picked itself up with season 3.
Yeah, and that's not the whole point, but that's why I rewatched it because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm kind of running out of shows.
You're running out.
What?
Yeah, like regular shows, right?
Yeah.
And not my anime, but my regular shows. So I will watch Stranger Things, and then I will come back to you guys, and maybe you can discuss what's Kurt's next on the watch.
But if you have a lot of anime, you don't really need regular shows.
I do.
You do. Okay.
Thomas, how's your weekend been?
Are we going
Just
on
said
repeat
nothing.
or what is this?
Nothing exceptional.
Yeah.
He said.
Yeah, because you just said nothing exceptional. Fuck. I forgot.
I told the disc golf
about
thing
the
and the
disc golf
shoe,
thing.
and yeah, other than that, I've just been watching some anime.
Well,
Yeah.
now I ask you once more. Should I ask Björn once more?
No.
Yes, sir.
Junior? No,
There's-
you already told us yours as
I
well.
already asked you.
now we're...
Yeah,
You-
because
you-
you
you're
guys,
the-
you
you're
got so...
the- you're the main host this episode. So
Yeah. So you guys got buttered because I introduced you myself, right? And now I'm giving you a second shot of getting more light.
More light.
Spotlight?
More spotlight.
Don't need it. I'm editing this episode. I can edit you out if I want to.
It will be a
Wow.
jarring episode.
Yeah, it will do.
Ultimate censorship right there. Speaking of which, did you guys read about the things going on in the things going on in America right now? What may that be? Well, a lot of things. The things about censorship and social medias.
No,
No?
I haven't.
No?
The only thing about social
Nothing?
medias I picked up on is that some people are fleeing Twitter due to Elon
Musk
Musk's,
buying it, yeah.
purchase.
Oh,
Other
well,
than
it's
that, I
this
haven't.
thing. Well, it's this thing where in certain states the government is trying to enforce social medias outlets like Facebook and Twitter to actively censor information
Oh.
that the government deems dangerous, like fake news or let's say Nazi propaganda. Let's just put that as an example, where the government says this information is dangerous. We will not allow your platform to post. We will not allow this information to be posted on your social media outlet, like on Facebook or on Twitter. They are actively trying to censor information, which, how I put it, is like, well, isn't that a good thing that they're trying to put all this misinformation down? But the consequence of trying to actively censor opinions, wrong or right, even if they, let's say, Nazi extremists, the result may be that they gather in other corners of the internet where there are no differing opinions than what they already are supporting. Do you catch my drift?
Yeah, but I
I'm
think
trying
the
to put
more
my
the more
whole
you try to
mindset
the more you
into
try to
words.
censor it, the more people push back.
Well, I'm of the opinion of like everybody should be allowed, no matter what stupid opinion they may have, they should be allowed to state their opinion, rather than have the government actively say, no, you cannot say this. Even if it's like some Nazi propaganda. I'm just picking this out of my head to some where most people think of this as a general evil thing. There's like, but the flip side of the coin, in my opinion, is worse. Where on one hand, if you allowed freedom of speech, this Nazi extremist would maybe, let's say this person didn't go on the internet, but he went on the market plaza and stood on a box and spouted his or her Nazi opinion. He would have the response of the general public of like, nobody is listening to me. 100 out of 100 people around here thinks I'm wrong and thinks I'm stupid. Well, maybe there is something about
No.
maybe they are right. It's
No.
like you are exposed
No.
to no.
No, if you start go down to the town square or something and start spouting Nazi propaganda, there will be people gathering around. There will be
People gathering
yeah,
around.
there
and
will be supporters.
they-
Other with your opinion will gather around you to listen to you, and everyone else will gather around there to try to mob you.
Yeah, yes. But the flip side of the coin, if you won't allow freedom of speech, then the result is these people who may have been outside meeting other people of differing opinions, they will, rather than they're not allowed to go outside and have freedom of speech, so that they will gather in locked away societies, be it on the internet or be it in a physical location, with other people who already have the same opinions as themselves, meaning they will only be exposed to other people in an echo chamber where they all already support each other, and they won't be exposed to differing opinions. You see where I'm getting at?
Yeah.
And I think that's a worse alternative. It may sound backwards to let the Nazi extremist speak out his or her opinion, but the flip side of the coin is potentially worse, in my opinion.
The thing is also, if you start censoring something, it's much easier to just censor something you don't want the public to talk about or know about. So.
Exactly. It's like where you give the finger, they eventually take the hand, and they eat their way up to the elbow. It's like, once you start allowing the government to
Censor
what they seem as dangerous opinions, it's like, that's a potentially dangerous road to go down, in my opinion. My opinion. Yeah, so yeah, shit show in all parts of the world.
I did see, however, some of the Republicans going out and telling the American people that when we are coming back to power, we won't be giving a dime to Ukraine. Because they want to help people in America. And of course they should. But I don't think they should back away from Ukraine total. But yeah, things are happening.
Yeah, it's this moral dilemma where you're like, are we supposed to stop support to the war efforts? It's like, that seems like the wrong thing to do. But if you, as a country, by supporting the I wouldn't say supporting the war efforts, but supporting the Ukrainians in the war efforts, suffer on your home turf because you're taking resources that would be used on your home turf on people who are suffering in your country for other reasons, taking those resources and putting them elsewhere in Ukraine for the war efforts in Ukraine. It's like,
for freedom!
Dilemma. Yeah, that's a fucking dilemma right there. So there's no right or wrong answer there. It's,
but it seems oddly un-American to withdraw support because Americans love freedom. So they should be in the fight for freedom.
Well,
it's the American
say
way.
They love freedom, but apparently they're reducing freedom of speech on the internet now.
Yeah.
So
no, because you have freedom of speech, but you're not allowed to do hate speech. Because that's hate speech.
Yeah, so
that's no. And you can put anything under hate speech if you so choose. Say anything bad about religion. Hate speech.
Hate speech.
Thomas, my opinion of you are stupid.
Hate speech.
That could be hate speech. It's like
tell someone they're fat. Hate speech. So yeah, you can put anything under the hate speech as well.
As long as someone have a different opinion than you could label it as hate speech.
Yeah, basically.
Let's do it.
And it's like, let's do it.
Put everything
the
under hate
villain
speech.
coming forth. Let's do it. Do it.
Do it.
insert
Order 69.
Yeah.
Speaking of let's do it, have you guys watched Let's Cooking with Junior? Will it boil?
Will it boil?
Episode 5 is up.
Yeah, I randomly saw, I was scrolling through my recommended YouTube feed, and I just scrolled through and it's like, wait a second, scrolling back up, I recognize that guy. I was like, looking closer, that guy is me.
Surprise, surprise, you're on YouTube, Björn.
The newest Will It Boil video is up, and I'm in it. Apparently.
You're in every one of them.
I knew I was, yeah.
Some of them only your voice can be heard, and some of them you can be seen, such as in this one.
Yeah. But in this particular one, the thumbnail even was me sitting on the couch. It's like,
yeah.
Who is that guy?
YouTube suggested 3 thumbnails for me, 2 of which was of Junior, which we already have on the first 4 episodes. So I thought, I'll go with this one this time because it's something different.
Mm.
And I started naming the episodes instead of just Will It Boil episode 5. I actually added what's the yellow thing called? Or what's the yellow called? It's the name of the episode.
Thumbnail?
What? Huh?
Thumbnail?
No, on the title.
No, the title.
Instead of just calling the episode Will It Boil 5, I added a name for the episode. What's the yellow called?
You seem
Yeah.
confused, Junior.
Yeah.
Then I went back and or gave names to the other episodes because I think it might be more appealing for people when the episodes gets suggested.
Maybe.
Yeah. What's the noodle doodle, for instance? It's the name of one of the other episodes.
Yeah.
Spoiler
figured.
alert, he cooks noodles in it. But yeah, as of this recording, I haven't posted that episode on TikTok yet, but I have posted it on all the social medias. Or I posted it on YouTube and then shared the link on the social medias. But I will be putting it up on YouTube, not YouTube, TikTok shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, since last time I did another TikTok skit kinda related to Tipsy Wednesday. Because I have a soundtrack with Björn speaking in the background, or in the foreground, basically. Talking about how I open beer bottles with my tiny cock.
Tiny and hard.
Tiny and hard, yes.
Yeah.
And I made a TikTok where I open a bottle with my cock. Seemingly. With the soundtrack going on while I do it. So,
If you're super confused listening to this, it's we talked about this in last episode.
yeah. It's one of the parts we
it
talk
makes
about.
sense there.
It makes sense there,
We could-
and it makes sense on the TikTok video if you watch that. So, so there we have it. But Junior, do we have any topics?
What do we have on the agenda? Agenda? What is it?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Agenda,
We're
I
not-
think. Yeah.
You
surprise,
have
surprise! We're not native American speakers. We're English speakers. Ooh,
You have-
surprise!
you have something very menacing here, like becoming a demon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
What the
have I have the news article here. It's a dude who have tattooed 95% of his body. He's changing his body because he wants to come closer to the devil.
Like a good devil worshipper.
Yeah, basically. So he's transformed his appearance to look like a demon. I think even he's tattooed his eyeballs. I can show.
Wow.
I think I can show it here on the YouTube thingy. It looks like this now.
Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. He has even scarred 666 into his forehead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he has a girlfriend. She is also doing the same modifications.
Cannot what?
Well,
Cannot have
Ah.
only one devil worshipper.
No. You need more. He even changed his teeth to metal teeth.
wow.
So yeah, body modification. What do you think about it?
Well, as long as they don't shove it in my face, it's like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want, but I'm not crying about it. Worship the devil if you want. I don't think he'll spawn out of the ground, unlike as they thought during the 90s when video games were hitting off. Doom, especially. It's like, ooh, Satan worship, he may spawn. This is dangerous. Like, nah. Who the fuck cares? It's like, yeah, if they're happy with it, Can we just let them be? It's not like we're meeting up at their porch with like pitchforks, like, you need to die, burn the witches.
Maybe you
Witches
should.
and witch man. Maybe I should. Nah. It's like, let them be. It's like I have no. It's like if I saw them on the street, I would give them an extra look. It's like, oh, they look special.
I wouldn't do
But
that.
I wouldn't like confront them and be like angry. It's like, you may spawn Satan. Be careful about what you're doing. No, it's like.
Crazy
But I
people.
would give them an extra look if I passed them on the street.
Crazy people. There is no devil. There aren't no demons.
Yeah, I have no belief in any higher power.
No.
Other than money. Because I need power.
Worship money.
I worship money.
Kinda have to.
Yeah, in today's society.
gets
Yeah,
you,
well, that's
through the-
that's my opinion. I'm like, Do you have any strong opinions upon the matter?
Nah, if people want to change their bodies, tattoo them, or change their body parts, or whatever they want, it's all on them.
Yeah.
It's not more.
You're not tempted to do it yourself, though.
No, I'm not. But it's not more or less or more bad to tattoo your entire body than it is to change your sex. It's pretty much the same thing. Ish. Yeah, you transform your entire body from what it was to something entirely new. Be it going from a chest to having boobs, or just having pale skin to having a tattooed skin.
Well, actually, there's. Let's say
It's
this,
just customization.
Well, let's say you're a shop owner. You're in the cash register. You're an employee at the shop, and this tattoo dude and girl, these devil worshippers, come into the store, and you both are in the store. They're paying for their stuff, and you look them up and down, and you say, "Thank you, sir," and "Thank you, miss. Have a good day," and addressing both of them. Or even if one of them came in, you could address them as either goodbye,
Mr.
sir, or
Satan.
goodbye, miss. Or thank you for your what's it? Thank you for the trade, or something like that. But if a person who looked like a man in the face did surgery, changed their sex, like down there, you wouldn't be able to tell based on their face, and you would most likely address them as, "Thank you for your service, sir. Have a good day." And they would, in today's climate, in today's how things are today, they might be furious with you as addressing them on as the wrong thing.
It's ma'am!
He. It's ma'am. I'm not a he. I'm a
What
she.
are-
You will address me as she, miss.
Are you
like,
telling
and
me
then-
that? What are you telling me? I should respect him for being Mr. Devil?
No?
No, I'm saying that there is a difference.
But Björn, why would you say miss or Mr.?
If it happened in like casual conversation, if you addressed a person as he or she, like in a casual manner, you didn't think twice about it because you looked at the face and you had identified based on looks that looks masculine, or the flip side of the coin, that looks feminine, and therefore you addressed this person in a casual manner as he or she. But in today's society, you may be totally, in my opinion, you aren't wrong, but some people are like, it triggers some like explosive reaction with people who changed their sex, but they still look like they cut off their dick, made transitioned to a woman with a vagina, and then they just automatically assume everybody should call you miss because you have a vagina downstairs.
I think you're using the wrong.
But
wrong
you have the
example
face
on
of a
this.
man.
You're doing the wrong example. What you should
Okay.
no, because if you change your sex and apply it to a job, that probably won't matter. if you come looking like the devil himself, with your entire body tattooed, metal teeth, black eyes, everything like that, and you have scarred 666 into your forehead and stuff, you probably won't get a job, I'd say.
Yeah, well.
So there's more likely you will be discriminated upon at the work market or something like that, but
Rightly so.
Yeah,
because you won't want someone looking like that in your store.
Representing your company.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want the devil working at your place. Isn't it common logic?
But like for them privately,
Well, depends.
doesn't
If you
matter.
own a tattoo shop,
they will
it's like-
probably get a job if they can.
they will probably be more likely to get the job there.
Look like a devil.
Yeah, well, I was referring to the amount of tattoos they have. If he tattooed 95% of his body at this point, he probably has some experience with at least being tattooed. So
Probably.
yeah,
Yeah, but many tattoo artists have a lot of tattoos themselves, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, but imagining tattooing a swastika on your forehead or something like that.
hate speech.
Not even hate speech, hate symbolism.
Yeah.
It's like the very symbol of
Nazi
Nazi. Yeah. Yeah, well,
What did we get out of this?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Don't tattoo your body to be like Satan himself and expect to work.
Yeah,
Maybe
basically.
so. Maybe
I'm
so.
all for tattoos, but I would recommend people to don't tattoo their face.
I don't look like Satan. Should be
Yeah,
very, very, very easy.
Don't try to look like a demon. Don't tattoo your face or head. Have tattoos where you can cover them up with clothing during work hours. Be sensible about it.
Be sensible about it.
Yeah.
And now, the salad double dipper. What is this, Thomas?
Yep. Give me a second. Need to find the article again.
I'm just wondering what, because I think you posted the article to us in our
Yeah, of course.
messenger group
That's where I'm looking it up
as
right
a-
now.
as a memo to
Uh,
yourself.
I didn't post the
Because-
entire article though, but some of it. Apparently, women have used the fork at the salad bar and just been eating straight from the salad bar in the store. And she has been fined for eating straight from the salad bar. Because when you go into the store, you're supposed to have all the salad stuff in a box and weigh it and pay for it and then eat it, right?
Yes, logically.
Yeah, so she's just picked up a fork and just started eating straight out of the bowls where you pick up the salad from.
Well,
That's
there-
called double
There's
dipping,
several.
apparently.
Okay. Well, there are several things to tackle here. The first. Well, let's take the most obvious one, or maybe the least obvious one. But
Health concerns?
the least amount. No. But the least amount of discussion first. It's like for the stores part, it's literally stealing. It's like,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, you should pay for the stuff before you start eating it, instead of like eating it inside of the store and not paying for it. Secondly, there's the hygiene part of it. It's like, or the morality, or the what do you call it? The ethics. You
Yeah.
don't. It's just like common sense that you don't go and suit yourself at the salad bar and just like sit down, have
Maybe I should
dinner.
do the same in the candy aisle. Just go and pick out of the boxes. Instead
Yeah,
of
but
weighing
it's-
it and just keep
You
eating.
casually stand around by the like candy.
Yeah, I have some in
What's
my
it-
hand and just go around in the store just nibbling on the candy.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's even worse what she's doing.
Yeah,
It's
because she
even
have
worse.
the fork in her mouth and then she puts it back in the salad bar, basically.
Yeah, like as a hygiene point
Yeah,
of
and
view.
with COVID
Yeah.
still around, though, but for other diseases as well, people should think twice about doing stupid shit. Again. It's becoming a theme here.
It's like common sense isn't all that common.
No.
So maybe maybe we should lower the standards to what common means. It's like the new norm is like a lesser standard than what we're used to.
But it basically is, isn't it? People were more polite back in the day.
I don't know about that. Maybe we're more aware of shit like this. If this news, where did this happen? It was a local town somewhere here in Norway.
Yeah, a local town in Norway.
Local town, a small place in Norway. If this happened 50 years ago, it would most likely not reach these news would most likely not reach the entire country.
Probably not.
So we had the perception back then that things were better because we were only exposed to more local news, and then obviously the very international news because we still have TV 50 years ago, but we weren't exposed as easily to like this small event that happened in a store on the other side of the country. That
No, it probably
wasn't-
wasn't the local paper, and that's it.
Yeah. So, but this is like, so we get exposed to way more of everything in these days if we make just a tiny bit of effort to look for any news. We just get bombarded with all kinds of things today. So, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know, but it's different at least.
I'd say it's good, at least content-wise.
Oh, for us?
Yeah, for us.
Yeah, yeah, but what makes you go? Is it like, did you just not know that was wrong, or did that person just?
I don't know, because it didn't
Not
specify if the person were actually eating straight out of every bowl or whatnot, or if the person just tasted once with the fork.
No, we have to assume she's eating like a maniac, right?
Like a
Yeah,
fucking
like-
pig.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But I
Which
mean,
makes
I
a
don't
better.
know.
maybe she
makes
just
a better-
tasted it once, and the people at the store just noticed that time, and then she got fined.
Nah.
Probably not, though. It's just so typical when you do one little thing that you know is wrong, someone will notice.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just
You've heard of people doing stupid shit all the time, and then you think, yeah, I heard of these guys doing it, and it went fine, so I'm just gonna try it. And the exact moment you do it, someone notices you. It's typical.
Well, let me ask you guys then. When you were kids, in the candy aisle where you have this, not these packed candies, but these like open box candies where you can like mix and match your own bag of candies with like loose weight, is that the right term?
Yeah.
yeah.
Where they sell candy by weight and you just put whatever you want in from these open containers.
Small candy.
Did you,
Small candy.
small candy? Nah. Well, but you know the concept at least.
Yeah.
Did you ever, as a kid, try to taste one of those
Yeah, of
without
course.
paying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, I did.
Can't remember,
I did.
but probably did.
Yeah, I'm sure I did as well. I can't remember a specific case, but I'm pretty sure I did taste a few of them. It's like maybe it was a case of this person was trying to taste the things in the salad bar and then happened to use the same fork
Nah.
in every like compartment of the salad bar. I don't know.
It could be, but
Could be.
then
But as
again,
a
if you walk around the salad bar tasting everything they have with the same fork, you're still dipping the fork back in the box with the specific
and you-
item around the
And you
bar.
could say the same thing for kids in the candy aisle. It's like, but you don't expect kids to know everything because they haven't learned the standard moral and ethics of things yet. But I assume this case you're talking about is a grown woman.
Yeah, 32.
Someone that should know basic common sense. But lo and behold, here we are.
Well, at least we are speaking of her.
Yeah, she's famous now.
We're giving her publicity from our awesome podcast.
Well, such as we did with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving publicity to this obscure Stranger Things show on this strange Netflix platform.
I heard Prime have a similar show called Paper Girls or something.
Paper Girls?
Paper Girls?
Yeah, I think that was the name of the show.
Paper House?
No, Paper Girls.
Paper Girls.
It's set in the late 80s. It's 4 girls doing a paper route, like throwing the newspapers from their bikes and stuff. And some outer worldly stuff starts happening, and they get involved in this. I haven't seen the show. I just recommended it to my daughter because she really liked Stranger Things. And it popped up in an article like shows like, or if you crave more Stranger Things, this is a show similar to that.
Okay. It hasn't been on my radar at all, but I'm not.
No,
apart from the very biggest shows,
I suspect it didn't
very...
pop as well. It sounded kind of like a Stranger Things knockoff-ish, so...
Have you heard of Dark? It's
It's when it's not light outside. It's dark.
It's the opposite of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the show that's called Dark. I think I've scrolled past it on some platform.
Yeah, it's like the German Stranger Thing.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've scrolled past it.
Yeah. We've all seen it on one of our streaming platforms.
Yeah, no,
Netflix,
I probably stopped to watch the trailer, and I heard it was German, and I just kept scrolling.
What? Isn't that racist? No.
Is it?
You watch all your Japanese anime.
Yeah,
you
I
do. German.
I watch Chinese movies in Chinese, Japanese stuff in Japanese, South Korean stuff in South Korean, English and American stuff in English and American, and Norwegian stuff in Norwegian. And other than that, I find the dub. I don't like dubs, but sometimes I just can't stand the language which is spoken. Spanish, for instance. Don't like it.
As long as it's translated with subtitles, I think I'm okay with watching any native language.
There are a couple of French movies. I love them in Norwegian. Asterix and Obelix.
This kid's movie. Yeah.
A couple, it's just one.
There's not one, there's 4 of them.
One
That's
series.
2 couples.
Imagining watching Norwegian dubbed.
Yeah, I did that as well. We had a Norwegian series called Vikingane.
Yeah,
it's on
I
Netflix for what's it called there, Norsemen. I saw the first season over there before I switched over to the Norwegian edition. But to be fair, it isn't really dubbed though. They filmed every scene back to back Norwegian English all the way through.
Yeah, that's a really special way to go about it.
Yeah,
They literally did double takes.
Yeah, they wanted to get the show internationally. So they did.
And it's called Norsemen.
Yeah, it's a Norwegian show about Vikings. And it's a comedy.
And it's not like the Vikings show. It's about Vikings, but it's a comedy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really funny though. The Norwegian edition is better than the English one, but the English one was funny enough on its own. Just some of the jokes were better in Norwegian, for those who understand Norwegian. So, but
family casual, easy to watch show, I would say.
yeah, basically it's like 6 episodes per season, and there's 3 seasons.
Oh,
You haven't seen it?
I didn't know. No, I've seen one season.
Ah,
Mm.
yeah. There's season 1, there's season 2, and there's season 0. Season 3 is basically a prequel,
Oh,
and then the show got
Season
cancelled.
0?
Yeah,
it got cancelled
season 3
or finished up.
cancelled. I think. At least the English edition on Netflix, I think they stopped. I don't know if they will make another season because it did end on a cliffhanger, I think, after season 2. Because remember, I looked forward to season 3 because of the cliffhanger ending in season 2, and then it was the events leading up to season 1 in that season.
Well,
Cliffhanger in a comedy show. That's an unusual thing.
A family, it's not for families. You have the gay
No, it's
Viking
not.
trying to look at people's assholes and the bull slapping and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I said
it's
bull
not
slapping,
a-
not bull slapping. So but it's a comedy show.
Hmm. Yeah, well, going over from shows to
I think
games, perhaps.
Junior is very much to the left there.
Well, he's like moving about in his chair.
Yeah, yes, and I know he likes to
but you-
lean over to one side a lot.
Mm.
Compensated for it now.
Yeah.
That way. But yeah, Steam games. At least in Norway, the prices are skyrocketing.
Do you have a particular game in mind? Because
No.
I do.
I don't have a particular game in mind, but I do have the prices. And shall we see? Yeah, because we've been a new game in Norway have been about what, $50, 55
$50,
bucks.
€50. Yeah.
Yeah.
60.
That has
No,
50
no,
or
no,
60 euros.
Now we're going up to $85, basically for a new game.
Yep.
Yeah, but it isn't
Just-
just Norway.
It's
No, it's not.
common-
Valve have adjusted the prices, but now they're looking like in Norway as well to add more to it. So the game prices will basically be a 50 to 60%. I wanted to say cheaper, but more expensive to buy now.
Yeah. I was just looking at the. I stopped playing the Call of Duty games a long time ago, but the newest one released, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game, Modern Warfare 2 game,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
newest
yeah.
one that just released. It had a price of 850 kroners or 85 euros as the base version of the
Yeah,
game.
when the
Where
game
when-
before were like $4.99 ish.
Or 50 euros, 60 euros. And now they're upping it to 85 euros for the base games. At least for the newest Call of Duty games. It's like, this is a new trend.
And that will probably be the standards. I've heard a long time that video games were going to get a lot more expensive, but won't they lose customers? Kinda.
Yeah, well, it's an extra. Well, from what I heard, they're making like shitloads of money on it.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah.
because it just sells anyways. They can. They're in a position where it has that franchise has become so popular that people will buy it no matter what.
Yes, but will the gaming industry now become a franchise-driven gaming industry because people can't afford buying as many games now as they did? So we will buy less games, and then we will only buy the games that we really, really want.
Because where you could before afford 2 full price games, you could now maybe just afford one of them.
Yes.
And you are more likely to stick with one series of games because they're so fucking expensive that you can just afford one type of game.
Yeah, basically. So if you like Assassin's Creed, you will only buy an Assassin's Creed game every year because that's what you can afford.
So for for everybody who's maybe listening who is not a gamer, let's put it this way. If your favorite streaming service became so expensive that you could only afford one of them, you can't afford the other ones. It's too much of a hassle and things are expensive enough as is. So you can only afford one of your favorite streaming services.
Or
Yeah,
if you
that's
like
where-
if you like beer, now you can buy say a 6-pack, and next year you can only afford 2 or 3 beer bottles.
Half of it. So, well, basically, things are getting more expensive, and it sucks for the common man on the street.
Yeah, but won't
like-
that suck for the gaming industry as well? Because people will buy less games.
Yes, of
And
course.
probably indie games will probably notice this trend.
I think the trend is like the ones who are already huge, the game developers, the companies that are already huge will get bigger, and the small guys, the small game developers or the like will get way less attention. So there will be a greater difference between the biggest companies and the smallest companies.
It's always the little
Difference
guy,
will be
isn't it?
Yeah, the little guy.
Yeah.
A little guy. I'm getting pain in my stomach, so I need to go on the bathroom.
Okay.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
Do eat
it's-
spicy noodles.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
we
just
have
me
those.
then.
He's probably
Okay.
been
Oh, bless you. Oh, I didn't hear.
he's probably been doing or boiling stuff on his own this weekend.
Having to. It's been a long time since he had to abort mid recording. Well,
Yeah.
we're nearing the end anyway.
This would have been easier in our Norwegian podcast because we could just have paused it. Kinda.
Yeah, but now we have to sync up the videos or like.
Yeah, sync up the
Yeah,
videos.
it's too
and the
much of a
audios,
hassle, but-
so we just keep going without him.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, well, is it inevitable? How is the best way to? Well, for me, it's like I wasn't likely to pay full price for a game at 60 euros anyways, and now that the new standard may become 85 euros, 80, 90 euros for the full price of a big company title game, a AAA title game, like I'm way less likely to spend money on the big guys. It's like I'm of the I still find more I'm still looking for value for money. It's like if I can pay some small time indie game a quarter of the price and still get the same amount of game time as I would for something I paid, as I said, 4 times as much for. It's like that's a win for me, and that's where my money goes, where I
Yeah.
can get the most for my money.
I have pre-ordered games twice. Other than that, no. Because I need to be really, really excited to buy it when it's new. If not, I will just wishlist it on Steam or wherever. And I will pick it up on summer sale or on sales around Christmas. But now the sales will not be as good as they used to be either, right? Because 50% of 85 bucks
Yeah,
is still
50,
more
yeah.
than 50% of
60 bucks.
60 bucks, right? So, but yeah, I can talk about my pre-orders though while Junior is gone,
Yeah.
because there are
You've been
these.
pre-ordering them?
There's this amazing game they called Mass Effect, which I really really liked.
Mhm.
It's a third-person shooter combined with the RPG elements, and it's story-driven, not super open-worldly. And they released a new game set years after the events of the third game. It was to be an open-world game, which it was. Launched a little too early, so there was a lot of bugs and stuff, and the game was super repetitive. So it wasn't worth my pre-order. But what I knew of the 3 last games, they were awesome. If I had played them when they were new, say the first 2 and the third one came, I would have pre-ordered the third one, and I would have been happy. Buying Mass Effect Andromeda, not so happy. Wasn't as riddled with bugs as many other were. Same thing with Cyberpunk 2077. I pre-ordered it almost a year ahead of time.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
You're not alone. And we all know how that launch.
And the
went.
launch, the game wasn't finished when they launched the game. Again, riddled with bugs.
Even despite they delayed the launch several times, several months ahead each time. But yep, that's
the game is good now, though.
Yeah. Now Junior said he recently got into, finally started to try it out.
Yeah.
Just recently.
You played it a lot.
And I've been thinking the same thing about around these times. Like, yeah, maybe it's time to finally try it out.
Yeah, I will play it again because I did finish the game the first time around because I wasn't that bothered with bugs. Run across a couple.
Most bugs were focused on the console market.
Yeah, and I play on computer. So I only noticed a couple of smaller bugs which didn't bother me. So it was fine.
Yep.
But they are launching a new DLC and maybe a couple of more patches with that. But the game has been fixed mostly now, so.
But yeah, it's like that's the thing with pre-ordering. You kind of, even if you're super excited by the last 3 games in the series, they may fuck it up on the 4th game. So there's always that risk, and you really have to ask yourself, is it really worth it to pay in advance for a product that you aren't sure is going to be good? You have the belief that it's going to be good, and you get bonus extras, but is it really worth it?
I don't know. I will probably do it again very soon.
The best way you as a consumer can give your message to the game developers, if the consumers in masses decide to hold off their money.
Yeah, I think now
not pre-ordering, and when the game releases, it is a buggy mess. If you've held off on your money, you've given a message to the developers, the publishers, that, hey, fix your shit, and then we'll give you your money.
Yeah, I think people have learned after Cyberpunk, so now that this company, CDPR, are remaking the first Witcher game, people will probably not pre-order it. Especially some will, but not as many.
Yeah. I've
will?
Stopped,
I probably will, because it's Witcher.
What?
I said I will probably do it very soon, because it's Witcher.
Oh,
so I probably
you just say.
There's a chance I will do it 3 times in the coming years. It would be the Witcher remake, maybe Mass Effect 4, and maybe Mafia 4.
What? Can't you just at least ask yourself the question, is it worth it? Or can't you just hold off your money until the game actually releases? Or wait until it releases?
I did that with the remake of Mafia 1, and it was totally worth it when it came out.
Maybe so, but
yeah, I should hold off. Maybe I won't pre-order it, but I'll probably buy it pretty straight off the bat anyways.
I got one game I will pre-order next year.
Okay.
Yeah. Resident Evil 4 remake.
I'm holding off my money because I saw how Resident Evil 3 remake turned out compared to Resident Evil 2 remake.
But you saw Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil Village.
Yeah, but I didn't pre-order any of them. I just saw and was like, oh, this is not as good as the last game. So.
Yeah, there's that.
I think that actually Resident Evil. Just looking through my Resident Evil games now. I know I have Resident Evil 2 remake, but I actually refunded the Resident Evil 3 remake purchase.
Was it a remake or
remaster?
Not even remaster, it's a total remake.
Because remastered games are okay, but there's only so much you can do, I feel. But total remake, I think that can be good, done right, of course. Which I hope they don't fuck up the remake of Witcher.
Well, they can't fuck it more than it's already are, right? Yes.
I don't know. They're bringing back a lot of the people who did the first 2 Witcher games, though.
Yeah, but how can you fuck up such a bad game?
No, as long as they keep the story as is, because the story is really good.
And they just make the gameplay better.
Gameplay and graphics.
So
Yeah, it will
that's,
be made in Unreal Engine 5, though, so.
Yeah, they can't really fuck it up, can they?
Well,
I think they have a deal
just
with Epic,
you wait.
though.
Just
so.
I'm just waiting to see. I'm not saying any. I'm not of high hopes. I'm skeptical.
I don't know, and I get extra excited because, on social medias, I follow CDPR, I follow the voice actor of Geralt and whatnot, and when everyone announces they're back, they're doing this, they're doing that, I can't help but get excited.
Yeah, you can't help but get hyped when you
you
follow the storm.
You
But-
feel the tingling?
But I have also learned from the pre-orders I've done earlier. So, yeah, I try
And
not to
still
get
you
too
say you-
excited, but it's Witcher, for fuck's sake, it's Witcher!
And you still say you may do 3 more pre-orders in the coming year.
Not the coming year, coming years.
Mm.
There's also
maybe you need
Dragon
a-
Age 4 on route, so...
Yeah, no how I hope for that though.
I don't know. The story was pretty well set up in the last game of Dragon Age, in its expansion, which was really good. The base game was kind of long, I thought, for Dragon Age 3. Not long, but it's really repetitive, though. So, but it's good. How's your
Well-
stomach, by the way?
It was a close one, but sometimes need to get out, right?
Yeah, it happens.
And with that, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
the boss.
Then thank you for listening for this edition. Sorry for my stomach, but tacos is pretty hard on my stomach apparently, for some reason. I don't know if the hot sauce.
They
or-
don't need to know. We don't need to know.
Don't give us the details, please. Just move on.
Just
Well,
it
it was explosive.
Move on.
Hit the bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe. You know what you do. Support us in the link below. And Thomas has the TikTok he makes, and watch Will It Boil because it's
with you.
pretty. Yeah, it's with me. It's my own show. Imagine if it takes off. I will boil everything.
Yeah. Give us wishes for season 2 of Will It Boil? We'll make it better.
With that, it's a wrap.
Yes.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Adios.